Here with Enlightened World Network. We bring you a meditation every day of the year. And on Sundays, we do a silent meditation, which means that we invite you to go in and meditate right along with us. Teri plays some beautiful music, and then we go behind scenes a little bit. And after about 20-25 minutes, we come back on and we share with you what Spirit shared with us during our meditation. Teri, thank you so much for being here.
Good morning, Ruth. And I see it is 11:11. Those wonderful angels always give us messages. They're telling us they're ready to start. So I'm going to start the music.
Perfect. Friends, we'll see you in about 25 minutes.
Welcome back.
There we go.
Uh-oh, I don't hear you. Let me
Can you
change
can you hear me now?
setting again.
How's that?
It is set. Why don't I hear you?
Can you hear me now, Teri?
It's certainly interesting. No, all my settings are right, but I don't hear you, Ruth.
Okay. Well, so Teri's gonna start. Let me let her know she's gonna start. There we go.
It just called for help and she didn't hear me. All right, let me change it then to my speaker. Nothing?
I can hear you.
Okay. Well, I don't hear you. You can hear me, but I don't hear you. So that's not going to work because I need to hear you. Okay, I'm just going to share and then Ruth can share. I won't hear what she has to say, but Ruth, I'll just share what I want and what they told me to share, and then you can take it from there.
Okay.
So, oh, now I hear you. Oh, fun. I think some of the little elementals that are here at Sherry Meyer's house are messing with video and audio stuff. So anyway, friends, thank you for joining us today. Ruth and I had a beautiful, amazing meditation while the music was playing. And it started out with the energy of fun. I've been getting a lot of messages from the angels lately, and it could be the location physically that I'm in here in beautiful New Orleans, which is a city that knows how to have fun. But the message that they have been giving me is, you're only here for a minute, and have fun in that minute. Take the time to really enjoy this thing called life. So Ruth and I started out our meditation playing, and I felt the energy of like jumping out of an airplane, which I would never do in this lifetime, but that energy of just free floating and really being blessed by no restrictions. And that's what I've really come into the energy of in my own life. Just those losing restrictions, losing walls, losing the roof, and knowing that anything is possible. And in that energy of fun and lightness, we came upon Jesus. And so the huge message that I got from that is when we allow ourselves to go into the lightness and the fun and the just being in our natural state of unconditional love, we are going to encounter the divine. So that's how it all started. And Ruth, I'll let you take it from there.
So, they're so visual with this. And what they showed us was Christ joining us in the fun. And, a lot of times, at least I'm guilty of seeing the divine as so serious, and not the playful type. And it was just fun because Christ joined us and then took us flying, if you will. We were soaring over, all these different visuals, the mountains and the seas and all. And one of the things that we heard, well, one of the things that we experienced was such joy, but then also some grief coming in. Teri would, because it was confusing. It was like, wow, how can I be feeling joy and grief at the same time? Teri, do you want to share your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I had a message on that just yesterday. The grief part is important when we have something missing from our life, when a person was there and they're no longer there. That's a sad time for us as humans because it's something's missing. And the image that the angel showed was a pie, and then there's a piece of that pie that's missing from the whole. And so we focus on what's missing. And so what they showed is focus on the joy that was there with that energy that was in your life. We're all energy, and energy doesn't die. So the grief that we feel is because we can't touch that person anymore. We can't sit and speak with them. So they said, fill that empty spot up with joy. Fill it with what that person meant to you, what the experiences were. So joy is a big part of grief for the healing of the human emotions that we feel. And the more we can get into that, it's not going to probably happen the day after somebody leaves, but just get into what they meant to you. And then the heaviness starts to lift, and you're going to find yourself thinking of that person in a different way. And again, the perspective, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So the situation didn't change. The fact that the person's gone from their physical body didn't change, but we change because we're focusing on something totally different. We're focusing on joy, which we don't think about with grief. And that was an interesting part of the meditation, Ruth.
Right. And one of the messages was that perspective is a choice. And we know that. We talk about that here on Enlightened World Network a lot. And so interesting to hear Christ say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Um, one of the beautiful things that we experienced as we were soaring and enjoying this joy, different human emotions would try to come and hold on to us. And it was like, oh, worry about something, or oh, anger about something. And as we were soaring with the divinity, those things just flung off. They couldn't stick. And that was such a nice reminder that when we spend time with the divine, those earthly emotions can't stick. It was really refreshing. It's like, oh wow, look at that. I don't have to think that anymore. I don't have to feel that anymore. Just remembering to spend that time with the divine and how that alters our thinking for a positive, staying truly in high vibration makes such a difference. So really perspective is a choice. Yeah. So Terry, anything else that you wanted to share from this meditation?
It was just just beautiful. And we have a decision to make every day when we start our day. Is it going to be in the high vibration, the playground energy of fun and play and swing on that swing set? Or are we going to put ourselves in an energy of imprisonment and the walls and the limitations? So I think that was a big part of what this is all about. Just stay in that high vibration, no matter what. It may look like the sky's falling down. It may look like, the world has forgotten that we're here as humans to be compassionate with each other and loving with each other. It doesn't matter. What matters is what's in your heart and the choices that we make every day.
Every minute of every day, because you can start out the day staying in the low level slump and then just change your mind at any time.
Yeah.
So you're not, if you start the day one way, you're not stuck, folks. Just decide, nope, I'm not going to think that. I'm just going to spend time and go into the higher vibrations. So, yeah, thank you, Terry. All right. Well, thanks, friends, for being here with us. That was a really fun, fun meditation. So, we hope that your meditation time was impactful for you as well. So much love to each and every one of you. Thank you for joining us here at Enlightened World Network, and we'll be seeing you soon. Thank you, Terry.
Thank you. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for joining.